On the roster of global agricultural players, you probably have to look hard to find any of Africa's 53 countries. So why are others, China for example, making investments in land and warehouses on the continent, and why should other nations pay attention? Because at a size of 3 times that of the United States, Africa holds more than half of the world's uncultivated arable land. Yet increasing production on the world's second largest continent won't come without work. If it can realize its full capabilities, Africa could share a major role in helping the world meet its growing food needs.
Potential is fantastic.
This statement seems to paint a common and accurate picture of agriculture in Africa. The potential for growth and success on this continent is enormous.
My guess is Africa is only doing maybe 15% of its potential in agriculture, both because of a lot of land that could be used for agriculture that's not being used, but even more than that, the extremely low yields that we have in all the crops that we grow.
Optimism about the future here must be tempered by the reality of how much work is left to do before Africa becomes one of agriculture's biggest names. A study from the McKinsey Global Institute says this landmass owns 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land. The report estimates if all comes together, agricultural output in Africa could move from $280 billion per year now to $880 billion by 2030. Those are the reasons for hope. Africa has the land, it has the natural resources, and it has the people to succeed in agriculture. What it needs now to make up ground is the money to do so.
The major hurdles are infrastructure, roads, rural electrification, rural water, just so people can live in the rural areas and transport fertilizers in and inputs in and transport harvest out.
Africa also has a vast amount of wealth on its land. 40% of the world's gold, 10% of its oil, with 3 of the top 15 oil exporters located between its shores. So while there's reason for optimism, there's also concern. Overall stability in many regions is unsure. And when it comes to agriculture, Africa is inexperienced. Some see agriculture in Africa as another Brazil, with similarities in land and growing conditions. But as in Brazil, success in Africa will take time.
I think they don't have the infrastructure, the logistics, and the culture, you know. So now they are trying actually to import some farmers from many countries, including Brazil. And I think that can be a good way to start to increase the production here.
It's inarguable the African continent has incredibly high agricultural potential. It's also apparent that it needs to. Africa has approximately 1.1 billion people now. The population is expected to pass 2 billion by 2045, just over 30 years. If Africa is able to reach its full potential by then, it won't be done without many hurdles along the way. As for South Africa itself, the country remains incredibly violent. From April 2011 to March 2012, more than 15,000 people were murdered. Nearly every wall we saw in Durban had some sort of protection: razor wire, electrical wire, spikes cemented into the wall. While crime remains high, though, it should be noted the unemployment rate in South Africa is nearly 25%, similar to Greece or Spain. In terms of agriculture in the country, it remains in a sort of infancy. South African farmers planted just more than 9.7 million acres for crops in the 2013 production season.